I'm Wasonga. Welcome to Who's Who Wednesdays. This will be a new segment on Mananas magazine. This will be to just feature more artists and to get to know who they are. So today we'll be featuring Julie, owner of Dance Life KE. Hope you guys will be excited to see what she has to offer. Thank you. Play.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I don't remember the last. I've never been interviewed ever.
Yay!
So it's scary.
First time for everything.
It's so dramatic.
She has much. Hiya, so tell us who Julie is.
Hi guys, I am Julie Okech, the dancing advocate. So yes, I am a lawyer by profession and a dancer by choice. I have been teaching dance for now it's 3 years. But yeah, that's basically who I am.
How did Dance Life KE come to be?
Okay. We're in 2020.
Yes.
So before I joined uni, I was at Sarakasi. So I was there from 2009 and then 2010, 2011 during the long holidays. I used to also go and dance. So that's sort of where it began. But before that, in high school, I represented Kenya in a dance competition. Always keep moving dance competition. Maybe feature on YouTube, it's somewhere there. But yeah, so that's where my love for dance began, and I knew for a fact that I wanted to teach dance at some point in my life. As much as yes, I really did want to do law as well. But yeah, so from Sarakasi, then fast forward to now 2017, when end of 2016 actually, a friend of mine was like, "Our dance teacher has left, come teach." So it's the first time now I actually actively started teaching, and it was so scary, especially because it was teenagers and they're scary people. They're scary people. So yeah, that began my journey of teaching dance. Then 2019, that's last year, I decided now, I was still teaching at schools, but then now I decided now to start my own teaching where I would do dance fitness classes and also dance classes for individuals where I teach them different genres of dance. Then beginning of 2019 as well, the YouTube channel began. And so on the YouTube channel, initially the idea was to feature dancers only. So we'd talk about maybe what dancers go through and how the industry is, and then at the end of every video we do a dance. But then closer to starting the channel, I decided, let me switch it up a bit, do something with regard to mental health, emotional well-being, and just parenting, things that are close to my heart and conversations that people usually don't have, and then still do dances at the end. So whether someone is a dancer or not, we would I would come up with a short routine and then we dance it at the end of every video we shoot. Then now August started the dance classes, and then beginning of 2020 started selling the merchandise. So it started 2000 and for the love of dance. Yes. 2000 and when I was still in high school, that's 2006. No, yeah, when the dance competition, and then Sarakasi 2009, and then now 2017 teaching dance, and 2019, 2020 YouTube, individual classes and merchandise. So that's Dance Life KE. It has all those things.
A decade.
Yeah.
Plus
yes, and we're still trying to grow, still trying to figure out the ideas. Yeah.
What would you say are some of the challenges that, because you've given me like a whole journey, what are some of the challenges that you've gone through in achieving some of the goals that you
One of them, especially like now teaching at schools, you may want to, like, dealing with an administration, dealing with people in power. You may have certain ideas for what you want to teach or what you want to put out there, but the school is like, no, we want you to teach this and this. So now it's like you're put in a box, and your creativity sometimes goes down because you had certain ideas in mind, but now you can't put them out there because you've been constrained to do specific things. Yeah, that's one of the challenges I've had with doing my own classes. I think the biggest challenge was first getting space, also just having to talk to certain people and be like, okay, I need a space. It's also expensive because now you're renting it out maybe specific days, because I only used to teach on Saturday. So it's the sense of, okay, I am going to be here Saturday at this time. And then now people are like, oh, that time is too early for us, or I'll be running errands on that day, so I won't be able to make it. That was also another thing that used to like really bring me down. One day you have 10 people coming for class, the next you have 5, then the next 2, then the next one you're like, guys, no one has registered for class. And it's Friday. You're like, okay, I've cancelled class. Yeah, and then of course now with merchandise, it's just been, because it started like a joke, honestly, not like the merchandise. A friend of mine made the one now who does the branding, so he's now my brand manager, but he made the first t-shirt, and then I was like, oh, it's really nice, but I had it from last year March. I did not sell it, like I didn't put it out there that there's merchandise. Then now in January I got a bottle, and then that's what I started advertising as back to school. So I'm like, guys, I have a bottle. Buy for your kids when they're going back to school. And that's how we grew. But now the whole idea of being creative with merchandise and having people even just buy, or because you can sell a hoodie to one person and then someone else is like, I don't do hoodies, or I don't do t-shirts, or I don't do vests, and you think, so those are the different challenges in the different aspects of dance life.
Those challenges are overwhelming. So okay, have you ever considered you've already considered it, like teaching outside, but what was your main approach? Like, how do you advertise yourself? Like, what are the main channels of advertisement so that you can see the product?
Okay, so when I started the dance classes, I put it out on on Instagram, and I would do posters and then put it out there. Then from the first few classes, it also now started becoming word of mouth, like, oh, she teaches this and this, so go, or I know someone who teaches this, so go for her classes. So that was good. But then also it reaches a point where not everyone wants to learn how to dance. Not everyone wants to dance for fitness. Someone prefers going to the gym rather than dancing, or someone prefers to do yoga rather than dancing. So also just trying to figure out how you can accommodate everybody, which is not possible because there's that whole thing of you can't please everybody, but also just trying to create a balance. But yeah, I've mainly been using Instagram, and then now with the website, it leads to all those pages. So it will lead to YouTube, it will lead to the WhatsApp catalog that has the merchandise, and then leads to Instagram as well.
Okay. You'd mentioned a bit earlier that your space, like Dance Life KE, as you mentioned also about the website, you deal with mainly mental health for the dancers and also other creatives and just people generally. So how has that journey been in terms of how it has impacted you as you on your own, and also how it's influenced Dance Life KE and just selling a merch and just putting yourself out there?
Okay. I think mainly because it was something I really wanted to put out there with candid conversations. Because it's not every day you'll sit with someone and be like, "I'm not okay," or "I'm depressed," or "I have bipolar and this is happening," or "I need to see a therapist," or "I have been out of a relationship," or "I'm going through a divorce and I'm not happy." All those things. You don't have those conversations every day, and it's very hard to get these things out there. Like, even if you go on the net, you'll find videos of people doing other things or teaching you and giving you tips on other things, but no one is there saying, "Okay, this is my story and this is how it feels." So for me, I think because I thrive with social connections, it was one of the best things that I ever decided to do, starting the YouTube channel, because then I could sit with people and hear stories, and it could be people I know, but I didn't know that side to them, and they'll talk and I'm like, "What?" Like, and I used to find it strange that when people would come on here or onto the space, they would they're like, "I'm shy, I don't know how this will go." And then we just start talking and the conversation flows, and they even say things that they didn't think they would say. But it's really helped also because it's impacted on a lot of people. Sometimes I'll sit and I get a text and someone's like, "Oh, I've just watched this video and thank you so much." You never know who's watching, because there are people who've watched and I'm like, "You watch my content?" Like, wow, or "That conversation was so insightful, thank you so much," or "I've gone through something similar, let so and so know that they're not alone." Things like that for me is everything. And when I started the channel, I didn't think that would be the impact it would have, but I'm so glad that that's where it's gotten. I think mainly the hardest thing with the YouTube channel is just the creative block. It comes hard because half of these topics are triggers.
Yeah.
You're telling someone, "I'm going through a journey of emotional well-being," but you have to actually go through that journey to be able to put out content out there. You can't tell people, "We need to do this together," but then you don't do it yourself. You don't do it for yourself. You have to, so that even when you're telling someone you can go through this, you're telling them from a point of experience. And that's very hard, because you wake up one morning and you're like, "Okay, I have to do this and this. I have to understand why someone said something and it really pissed me off, or it really hurt me." Like, I have to go back and think, is there a traumatic experience that I went through that really broke me, and that is why I act the way I'm acting? Stuff like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
What's your vision with that dance life and continuously talking to people about their mental health? Like, what's your vision for the next coming couple of years? Yes.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's just to see a world that has people taking care of their mental health, emotional well-being, and physical health, because all that makes us who we are. Yeah, if you're lacking in your emotional health, you lack most probably in every other aspect of your life. If you're lacking in your physical health, you will lack in every other aspect of your life. So just creating that balance, because it's not easy. And that's why I would rather go through the journey myself first, and then I'd be like, "You know what, it's possible." Because everybody has traumatic experiences that they've been through. Everybody has stuff that they're holding and they don't want to let go. Everyone has pain. Everyone has things that make them happy, things that make them sad. But if we can reach a point where we can even have these conversations, the same way we can decide to go out, drink different, same way you can go out to eat, just sit with your family, is the same way I would want it to be, where you're having these conversations, where you're working on your physical health, like, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to maybe go swimming. We just need to be intentional about all these things. So that's what I want for Dance Life KE, to be able to have a society that values all these things.
So I have a question, like an idea just came to mind. Would you like consider doing dance films, like those kind of dance, like it's just a film, but it's a story that's being told by dance.
Through dance.
Yeah, through dance. Milk challenge.
Hey, my sister will be happy, and she has this. She just be like, yeah, I've been telling you.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know.
It could be interesting.
That would take a lot. I wouldn't lie. It would take a lot. It's not. I've never considered it, but now that you put it there, maybe it might be a project for one day. But don't hold me to it.
No, I'm like considering
you're
in the dance space and you want to talk to more dancers and have people listen to what you're doing and see what you're doing. It'd be good to actually consider like having more dancers maybe on the show, and then maybe have like a story. And it was just, I don't know, maybe where it came from, but I was just like, Julie can pull this off.
Amen. We shall think on it. Honestly, because there's one thing I really struggle with is dancer's block. I remember there's one time I put it up like dancer's block, and so I was like, is that a thing? Yes, it is a thing. The same way a writer cannot write, the same way an actor is just down in the pits, is the same way a dancer will be like, okay. Because I create every single choreography that I put out there, I create it from scratch. I never picked a choreography on the net. I find it difficult even to just watch and learn from the net. So I have to sit down, because the process is sit down, listen to the song over and over again, listen to the words, listen to the beat. So I know if I'm going to hit here, I know that beat. That's the beat I'm waiting for. Yeah, so with that kind of process, it's very easy to get a block. And then now you wake up and you're like, I have a dance class on Saturday. I remember last year, like two or three times, I had to cancel class because I just didn't. I wasn't in that space. And you listen to the song, right? Nothing, no moves. By the way, yeah. And the weird thing for me is sometimes my moves come, I've slept, and then I will actually have a dream. If I don't wake up at that exact moment to dance, when I wake up in the morning, I'll forget. I kid you not.
So you like
I'll wake up.
I
wake up, I put on my camera, my phone, I play the song, I record it, and then I'll sleep peacefully. But yeah, that's usually one of the biggest challenges. So now with something like that, creating a whole piece, it would be difficult, but you know what? I will challenge myself to that one.
Interesting. So okay, what would you describe your style as? Like, let's say dance and match, because that's what you're...
Well, someone asked me that some time back. What's your style?
It's a tough question.
I wish I had thought about it. then now I would have an answer. But there's one time I sent someone to my page. It's not someone I knew. I sent her to my page and she said, she went through and she's like, your page has given me so much life. Like, it's colorful, it's happy. And I don't know if that's a style, but I would always want to put out positivity in whatever way. That's why for a very long time I would deliver the merchandise myself. Like, even if it's 10 orders in a week or even 10 orders in a day, I would package everything, write the thank you cards, and deliver personally. Just to, I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's always a vibe. There's always a vibe, and that's what I would love to put out into the world. So my style, I think, is just fun-loving, and that's why even like the colors.
Yes.
The colors are happy colors. It's something you would see from there and be like, I know that one. I hope and I pray one day someone will be like, oh, is this from Jules? And like, yeah, but I am Jules.
It's a picture.
Yeah. So my style in dance, I don't have a specific style, but the things that I love to teach are Afropop, Kizomba, salsa, and Lingala. Lingala is actually where I began. Sukus and Coupe de Calais. I used to love dancing that, especially from one of my sisters, Shizan, who like instilled that dance gene in me. But so those are the things that I love teaching. And even like if you look through the videos on YouTube, and even when I teach, that's where I'm most comfortable, and that's the thing I really enjoy.
Nice. Okay. So now that we're almost at the end, just tell us now about the different merchandise you have in your collection, and where we can get you on the socials, your handles, like just give us all the details. Okay. Everything you have.
Alright, so from the warm thing, because it's cold weather. So we have hoodies, we have snoodies, we have
Smoothies.
see the ones that are like collar like thingies. Well.
Okay.
So we have hoodies, snoodies, bomber jackets, combat jackets, sweatshirts, denim jackets, is this in Etwa? Crop sweatshirts, crop hoodies, then t-shirts, vests, shoes, and workout vests as well. And then now move to bottles, shoes, earrings, key holders, and pop sockets for the phone. So yeah, that's a lot. We have a lot. Just realize. Sip string. Yeah, this one.
That's nice. What would you say is your favorite piece?
Hair?
Just chagua tu moja sasa hivi no.
Honestly, it must be this. It's probably the bottle, because it's very unique. Like, it is like a can. No one can ever know what's in here. They're like, is she drinking water? Is she having wine in there? You never know.
What a cute design, I won't lie.
Yeah. So I think this has to be it. And then also because we have different designs. So there's the Africa. This was the second one. The first one is a square. So it was just square, level of dance. And then we have the Africa, and then we have the words that live, or rather dance like K lives by, which is live a little, love a lot more, and dance always. So that is also printed on different merchandise. But yeah, so and that most of them we have for ladies, men, and kids as well. Yes. So socials. So socials. On Instagram, it's the space _ with Jules. On the website, it's www.dancelifek.com. On YouTube, it's Julie Okech. Yes. I think, those three. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for coming too. Yay! And thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this show. Make sure to check her out and everything she's said. And we'll link all her details in the comment section below. Yay!
Ground, just long as you swear, yeah, she called me. So